At least a little bit. You can do it, Nina. Oh, yeah. Gotcha, Morag. Aye, Captain. I am so with you, Zeke. Sure. Go for it. Wasn't gonna work, was it? I'm really, really sorry. Blocky block. Oh, no, you don't. Not good. Why is this happening? Amazing. Hey, nice attack. You rang? Kind of a tight spot, huh? Flying guys are so annoying. Careful. Take a break, Bessie. You deserve it. Next birdie, please. Finch on the job. Hold
It's time.
It right there.
We're gaming.
Things are really
Video games are about to start.
Nice.
It'll take a few minutes. So I hope you don't mind listening to Finch for a little bit
Okay,
more.
don't
I don't actually remember. I have a second audio file of all of Finch's voice lines where it's like pitched down at least 2 octaves and edited to make it sound as demonic as possible because, you know, she's got a knife and she's on fire, so she's going to presumably stab someone with that. I don't remember if that's the version I used this time. I think it's just the normal one. But either way, the folder that's just all of the Xenoblade 2 battle dialogue is a continuing gift that I'm so glad I still have access to. I've never bothered downloading the one for 3 yet, just because I feel like 2 is a memeier game, honestly. Like 3, it's mostly Riku and like 2 voice lines, but then 2 is just... We know what Xenoblade 2 is. Xenoblade 2.
You ready for this? Oh, bye-bye. You're strong, but you're also kind of dumb, huh? Morag, how are you so cool? You, like, totally wiped the floor with them.
I'm going to assume...
Man, those steamed veggies you made the other day were super tasty, Pyra.
That stuff
was a close one.
It's working.
Thanks
People
for
are watching.
my skin, bro, Mark.
Usually...
I know, right. Wait, what was I actually doing again?
Regardless of what's going on, wait for
Mind if I borrow
something
it
to
sometime?
happen in
Of
chat, just
course
to make
I
sure everything
remember.
sounds
You-
properly,
Give me a second.
because
I
I
think I'm
can't
getting
tell,
amnesia.
because
Hey, practice.
I don't want to
When this is
unmute
all
stream
over,
and have
I
the
get to
feedback
be your
loop
little
of
sis, right?
just
We promised.
infinite
How'd we
me.
ever get
That's too much me,
melon?
even for me.
Your style of fighting is so awesome. I
You know how
doubt
it is.
I'll let you know if I can work it out, okay? Hey, Magnetra, can I have a go on your Sparky thing? Hey, Rolfwick, can I ride on your shoulders? I like looking down on stuff from above. I know, right? They got a real taste of my sweet dreams attack.
Better news
Thanks,
is I am
Cheery.
so much more
Tempting
awake this
offer, I
time than I
gotta
was last
say.
time.
I wish we could just laze about, take
So
in
hopefully I'll
the
be able to actually,
sights.
like,
Mind if I ride on you so I don't forget
focus
stuff?
on the video
It'd
game.
work so well. Whoops. I must be giving you the wrong impression. You're supposed to be trembling in terror. Hey, are you staring at me? Come on, patch us up here. Don't forget. A little rescuing here, please. Someone's being targeted. Okay, keep an eye on the enemy. Woohoo! That's awesome! It moves like a... Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Rex? Nina! Morag! Zekinator! Hey! Hey, wait! I thought I was flying. Whoop! What's behind door number 3? Come
Give
out,
it
come
a
out!
little bit
Let me
longer.
see here. Didn't we come here before?
We're
Whoa!
just starting
This is a
and
once-in-a-lifetime
explaining what happened
experience.
last time.
I'll probably
the
forget it all by bedtime.
Best of my knowledge.
Morning!
Gonna be
Gotta
real,
go back
before
to sleep
starting,
for
I
a
did
bit.
go through
Wait a
the
second.
raw
I
video
get
file.
it now. Target?
Honestly, I'm probably
Clear?
just gonna upload these 2
Fine
VODs at the same
choice,
time.
good sir.
Probably gonna be smarter at this rate.
Okey-dokey. Easy to slack off here, huh? I'm calling these guys the Alba Trojans. Cool or what? Okay, ready to go? Oh, what was I doing again? Stay tuned for Finch's stunning performance. Honey, I'm home. Just kidding. Alba Trojans here. Don't let him in. Wait, no, do. Anyway, here's the report. You say it was a roaring success. Promise you won't forget me. I'll sniff him out. Sniff him good. Let's go off like firecrackers. Hold that thought. Where was this again? Have we been here before? But in reality, their battle was only just beginning. It happens. It happens. Oh yeah, this was a thing. I am not gonna forget this one.
Videos. And also
Interesting.
games.
I had the coolest idea. I've got your back. No, really, I do. I feel smarter. Reaching new heights. Heady heights. I'll never forget this one. Nope, never in a million years. Yes, there it is. It's so clear to me now. I'm all decked out in the art.
All right, let's get to it. I am going to give the... Right, I forgot that this is a thing last time. This is apparently added in the remasters, where they actually did the cool thing where they remind you that... Actually, this might be... this might be wrong. I don't know if this has entirely happened yet, unless I really checked out of some of the dialogue last time. But, as a whole, what's been going on is... Our main character here is Kaitos. He's a guy who is very angry at the Empire because his family was killed by a guy named Giacomo. So he's going around trying to get revenge. He got beaten up in a forest once, and then that's where we met him. Except not really, because the player exists in the world of this game as a guardian spirit from another universe who is bonded to him. Which means we could basically, like, bully him whenever he asks us a question, even though it makes him slightly worse in battle. But it's funny, so we're going to keep doing it. We've also got our second party member, Shella, who was met in a very Melia Antiqua style fashion. That was in the first session, if you weren't there for that. But then we also got Gibari last time. He is a fisherman. He fights with oars. And if we check his deck, he has the Stream Blade. You know, not to be confused with the Stream Edge, even though blades do have edges traditionally. So we could see where they're getting some of these ideas from, I think. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea what this thing was called in Japanese. But, basically last time we finished infiltrating the manor of a rich guy who was affiliated with the Empire because Shella got captured. So we rescued her. We fought Giacomo. Did not go very well. He kicked us off the airship. So now, because we're being hunted, we escaped 2 different islands. So we ended up in Diadem, the land of the mist. I don't think it's exactly called that. I got that partially wrong. And then we got to Gibari's village. They don't like outsiders. He was willing to deal with us. And we want him to take us to the capital so we can meet the King of Diadem and be like, hey, Empire is doing bad things. Please help us with that deal. But because no one besides Gibari wants to take outsiders on their boats, he came with us. And in order to make it possible to get to the other parts of the giant floating island the Kingdom of Diadem is on, we had to go down the Lesser Celestial River and kill a big fish. And the corpse of that big fish is what I'm looking at right now. Oh, that's actually really nice. They did the good game design thing of the really annoying environmental hazard goes away after you clear the boss of the area. There's even supposed to be a guy that jumps you on one of these little islands here. Oh, never mind. The guy that jumps you is still there. We're fine. We could still fight this guy. I don't mind. But yeah, I also did the very, very fun thing where I went to an area I was not supposed to with only 2 party members before Gibari joined the party. So, there were some struggles, potentially exacerbated by how very asleep I was most of the time there, but I'm ready. And we got a shish kebab, so you know. Even more important. Now, something I forgot to grab last time. Well, we could store the head of the fish boss we defeat, but apparently that is a much later thing, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. And instead, I noticed a treasure that I absolutely missed last time. And I mean, as long as they're just going to keep giving me stuff that I only need to fight one enemy for, I will continue to only fight one enemy. Now, the boss also dropped an item to level up Kaitos' class again, so I'm interested to see what good things we're going to get from that. I would guess that it's the first one, because like the first one increased everyone's hand size and deck capacity. I would assume that they're like not going to do that for every single class level up. And that was just like, okay, you get a big boost of power right off the bat as a taste of how more complex things can get, but we'll see. Also, we got another fire spell for Showa. I should probably just give that to her right away. We're rocking a whole bunch of level 1s. And that stuff's already starting to get slightly outclassed. We also need to, at some point, successfully use the cucumber and honey at the same time. Because that is apparently a combo, which is absolutely hilarious. Oh, this one's a 6. So what we're going to do is get rid of that 8 for this 6. And we got a whole bunch of 6s. That's going to... Oh, the banana's spoiled. So, let's see. Do I have another healing item? Oh, I've got another banana. Even easier. See if there's actually like a shortcut back without having to fight all these guys. Now, the river was running weirdly before, and that made things more difficult to traverse, so maybe it's more dangerous to just go swimming this time. Stop the water. Ah, I see. Okay. Now, either I need to grab a rock or I need to use the boss. Let that drift down further. That's actually neat. It's a dungeon with a different puzzle on the way back compared to the way out. I have not played F-Zero 99 yet, actually. I downloaded it day one just to, like, support people who want more stuff in the series, but I haven't gotten around to playing it myself yet, and honestly, the next 99 game I play is going to be the Xenoblade 3 event in Tetris 99, so that's going to get pushed back a little further. So hopefully F-Zero, like, stays healthy for a bit. Alright, unfortunately, we got a party member with a whole bunch of water attacks in an area where everything's water creatures and is resistant to water, but kinda doesn't matter if we do 92 damage in a hit. Actually, one class upgrade type thing that I'd like to get at some point is the ability to take more items after winning a fight, because only being able to grab one picture per battle, making it a little harder to make money. I just realized I didn't need to go all the way around, so I'm going to need to fight that encounter again. Oh well. Oh, it didn't happen that time. I guess it only happened once per screen. So we will let it drift farther. And presumably that will both make it easier to obtain later down the road, because someone told me that it's a thing for a permanently missable side quest, because these games have a lot of those. And I would assume that if I let it go down all the way, it's going to block that. No, that's not the thing that I was hoping it would block. But let's see. Just let it drift a little farther and it doesn't go onto another screen. Then, yeah, that's what I was hoping it would do. We got puzzles. Then after this, now that we used it for something, I'm going to just leave it there because I think it has even more uses. For all that, we got a statue. I don't know if that is usable for. Let's see. It's not in here. Key items. And statue. Oh, it's Shella's class level up. Okay. Useful. Apparently we did, like, miss one of Shella's potential accessories already. So hopefully you could just get them out of order, or I can go back and get them at some point. There we go. We could see why this is the mist place. Kind of very mist. Alright, yeah, the little blurb at opening up was slightly ahead of time, because now I can very clearly see the Empire has in fact taken over the town.
なんだ様子がおかしいぞ
帝国兵が
おい一体どうなってやがるんだこりゃ
お前たちも村の者だなさっさと村の中に入れなんだと
Forgot how good his angry expression is.
まあ待てここは言うことを聞いた方がいい
And as long as they let us stay, I would at least like to be able to heal at some point.
村から出るのは禁止だ村へ入るのも禁止だ分かったらおとなしくしていろ
Alright, so I guess we're too late to, like, warn the capital that bad things are happening. Because there's already a detachment on the way. And the thing about Kaitos is he only really has it out for Giacomo. He doesn't particularly care about the Empire as a whole. That's more of a Shella thing. First things first. I believe everyone can level up, and 2 of them can class level up. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, the stat scaling is really good. I'm not leveling anyone up for a bit. It looks like there's space for, I want to say, a double-digit number of levels you can store. So I'm going to see how long it lets me go. But she got more dex spots. And I think more... Yeah. Neat. So it did increase things, but okay, yeah, okay. So I was wondering why we started out with initial time infinity, but literally just as we get more options, they also give us a time limit. So now Kalas and Shella both have 30 seconds to make your choice at the beginning of a turn, it looks like. And that also means we have 2 people that can be given a whole lot more stuff. Probably give him Blue Storm back. Got a lot of these rotten bananas. I'm gonna assume they don't change past this. Okay, we got more defense, slightly more utility, and another bamboo. Yeah, bamboo is like the best attack I can reliably get more of at this point in time, which is kind of funny. Keep escape on him though. And you can't do anything. You for dark back. And just to see if these have a combo, I'm gonna throw 2 of those in and give her the other fire back. Because presumably the shop is still functional at least. And I know they have something at the shop that I wanted to buy for him. Actually, no. First, I'm going to heal so we don't have a repeat of half of the things that happened last time. Now, what do we got? Got a new follower, so thank you for that. But we've also got... Already got 2 of those. Don't need those right now. Got a whole bunch of the honey. I want to say 6 is a number that's more useful for what I've got right now. So I'm going to grab that. And... Wow, the boss is... Oh, wait. No, the boss sold for almost 3K. Never mind. It's a whole lot more. I also just realized these images develop more over time. So, it's actually beneficial to hang on to them and not immediately sell them. I always figured that... Because there was like some flavor text when we first got the camera that was like, oh, the quality of your image determines the sell price. I thought that was the only factor. I didn't realize it just straight up got clearer over time. I thought I was just taking bad pictures and they all turned out fuzzy. But besides that, virtually nothing I have has any meaningful sell price, so I do believe it's plot time now. I can find where the plot is, because I had a somewhat difficult time with that in the past. Probably not going to be in any of these houses, but fortune teller probably has something to say about this. Do the children have anything to say about this? They're going to play whales. Interesting. And like presumably, the important thing is going to be back at the bar, but wait, is the kid's name actually Shorty, or is that what she calls him? Okay, that didn't have anything on that. His name might actually just be Shorty. Alright, so everyone here is potentially blaming everything on Lyude. But something tells me this wasn't him, because it seems like he actually liked this place. And right now the army isn't really doing anything other than annoying people. Oh, yeah. Oh, Anna's just not there. Okay, so what do you have to say?
レブリス、一体何が起きたんだ？
Honestly, maybe he sold them
わ
out.
からない。奴らいきなりやってきて。まさか俺たちを追って。
そんな。たった二人を捕まえるためにこんな大規模なことを？
I don't know. We killed a very big fish, although I guess they wouldn't know that at this point.
どういうことだ？お前たち帝国に追われているのか？いや、それは。
I need that. Just that's a useful reaction image. Alright, I forgot we didn't really tell Gabari anything about what we're actually doing.
詳しいことは聞かないでおく。だがお前たちを追ってきたのであるまい。
なぜそう思う？
別の機動部隊が城の方へ飛んでいくのを何人かが目撃している。ここにいる連中よりはるかに大掛かりな部隊だったらしい。
Yeah, this is just if they don't know we're here. This is just annexation stuff. It looks like.
連中の目的はおそらく城だろう。
どうも気に入らねえな。帝国の奴ら一体何を始めようってんだ？
もう始まっているわ。ゲルドブレイムの野望が世界を蝕もうとしているの。
Like they only sent 2 groups of people out to Diadem. That means they're probably going for the other islands at the same time.
さて、俺は城へ行くぜ。シェラ、お前も行くだろう。
ええ、急ぎましょう。
おっと、待ちな。俺も一緒に行こう。こんな状況でお前らだけを行かせたんじゃ後味が悪くていけね
え。でも
まあいいじゃねえか。城まで案内するって約束だったろ。
He's just Fisherman Waka. How did it take me that long to realize?
それに帝国軍の動きも気になるんでな。
Meet him and I'm like, okay, this guy looks very, very familiar. Why can't I recognize what character he reminds me of? How did it take me that long?
船を出すのは難しいぜ。
歩いて行けばいいだろう。商店街の反乱は収まったんだ。城へ通じる道は通れるようになってるんじゃないのか。
確かに道は通れるはずだが、どうやって村の外に出る？村の入り口にも見張りが立ってるようだしな。はいどうぞと通してくれるとは思えねえぜ。
それはそうだけど。
以前にアナに聞いたんだが、この酒場には村の外へ通じる抜け道があるぞ。
Alright, this is the second secret passage in 2 story arcs.
もしもの場合の避難用にって掘られたらしい。だがその入り口がどこにあるのかは俺も知らん。アナに聞きゃわかるんだろうが。
But if she's gone, that means she's captured, which also means our second rescuing a trapped person in 2 story arcs.
いや、それがさっきから姿が見当たらないんだ。
見当たらないだと？まったく、お前がついていながら。
すまん。
まあいい。とにかくアンナを探そう。カラス、シェラ、一緒に来てくれ。
Alright, I mean, surely there aren't a lot of places to go in the small village. Actually, didn't check to see if we could go to the warehouse yet, because there's just there was a soldier there. I couldn't tell if he was like actually blocking the way. Oh, they're up there. I couldn't tell if we were listening in on like something going on in the warehouse. That makes more sense. They're actually on this screen.
おや、あんたたち、ギバリも一緒じゃないか。
Or maybe not. That person had different colored hair. I may be stupid, is what we're getting at here.
大丈夫かアナ。怪我はねえか。
ああ、この通りピンピンしてるわよ。店で出す酒が足りなくなったから取りに来ただけさ。怪我なんてするわけないじゃないの。
いや、なんだかでけえ声が聞こえたもんだからよ。
ああ、帝国の連中があんまり横柄なもんだから、ちょっとばかり文句を言ってやっただけさ。それより、あんたたちの方はどうなんだい？
ああ、戻ってきたらこの通りだからな。村から出られないんだ。
酒場に抜け道があると聞いて。
Kind of goes without saying because it's this game, but I really like the theme for this town.
そういうことか。わかった。私に任せて。
ああ、頼むぜ、アナ。
ありがとう、花さん。
どういたしまして。私は先に行って用意しとくから、あんたたちもすぐ店においで。
I mean, we all gotta run directly past a soldier to get there. I don't know. How smoothly that's gonna go, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. It's in the middle of the floor. All right. Not what I was expecting. I was at least expecting it to be behind the bar, because that's where these things usually are.
レブリス、後のことは。
ああ、分かってる。村のことは俺たちに任せろ。
気をつけて。
Now the question is, are we gonna have to go through the river again to get to the other side? I would assume not. But, you know, these guys haven't fought these guys in a bit. And, you know what, we're gonna style on them. We're gonna see if this is actually a combo here. Okay, that was apparently not the fire that the branches are supposed to go with. We'll get those out of Shella's deck and try them with the fire sword, I suppose. Fine, did not get poisoned at all. We actually got the descending straight. That doesn't usually happen. Even if these guys completely resist wind. Also, yeah, we can now see the timer start to tick down. Actually, I didn't check. Did max combo get increased as well? Thought it was just hand and exercise. Alright, yeah, their combos were increased to 4, so I need to stop, like, no longer pressing buttons once I have the third attack queued in. There we go. And I still have to use the branch, so it's just going to be an actual 3-hit combo. I should have used the branch that was actually a 6, but we're good. We're fine. I don't know why I have a oh, I forgot to put the other thing in the actual... That's on me. I mean, like, I basically just did 3-hit combos both times, but I mean, I could do 4-hit combos now. I think like a key thing I need to learn is just to like heal if I can. I only use the cucumbers there instead of just attacking in case I manage to pull the honey as well. If I can heal, just heal in between fights or in the middle of a fight. No, no. Nope, I forgot that's not how that works. What I should have done was, like, start by healing. Like, heal the enemy and then do the damage. And try and pull more damaging cards. But I think I need to heavily reevaluate deck structure. Because getting the wrong things at the wrong time a lot. And I'm not sure if I should be trying to actually balance 50-50 offensive and defensive stuff. And... huh. Alright. That is... okay, give it some light. I'm gonna try comboing this with Shella again. Even though it didn't work the last time I tried something with that. Let me read the flavor text exactly. You can burn them, snap them, trade them with your friends. And I guess I could try using it on another party member. But for now, I'm gonna drop that and... it says give it some light. So maybe if I use this with light magic, it'll do something. One would hope. See what the tree does. I do not have the sculpting knife. And for you, I didn't want to do anything specific other than have the fire sword back and we will try fire and branch with him. Oh yeah, there's only three. There's only one of these guys, so... oh no, there's two. I do not have eyes, apparently. But... probably should have gotten rid of escape on him for a second instance of something. But... now that I know how to, like, properly use the pictures... I feel like I'm gonna be way more efficient. And way less poor, as well. Alright, do I need to heal at all? I don't think so. I don't have... yeah, I didn't get anything. Yeah, oh well. Oh well. She's got the cucumber in her hand already. If I can see what... oh no, never mind. The battle is going to be over before I have a chance to check. That is okay. Also, really bad luck drawing the combo sword twice, so I have to heal the non-existent status condition on the enemy first. See, we got photo, more milk. Alright, I got like rock salt at some point. Didn't see any sugar or anything, so I don't really have anything to put with the milk. And it's milk, so it's going to spoil faster than other cards. But, like, just better defense for Shella, I think, is just more important, because the amount of times either come close to or just actually died. Completely different to how it was before. The entire lower section didn't exist because it was all flooded. You know, I don't think I really have anything here that can help them. Maybe I can get rope or something elsewhere? Or actually, maybe I can store them in a card. Because there's enemies down there, which means I can walk down there at some point. We will see. I don't think I missed an opportunity to get rope at any point. I'm gonna assume stagnant water. Yeah, okay. But let's check out here. How splitter things. Okay. Oh, do I have the salt full? Okay, water, rock salt, water. Right, I got the stagnant water and the salty water. I feel like stagnant water is going to be more useful, so... Oh, never mind, that's a quest thing. Oh, they're all called quest magnets. Never mind. Let's... I think I'm more okay getting rid of the salt water. Especially because I can, like, immediately grab this to make the bridge. I also really like, it seems like it's doing it automatically, where even if it wasn't the last thing you used in the menu, it will auto give you the necessary thing if you have it in your inventory. I'm gonna grab the cloud a second time and see if that can be used to save the children that are down there. Because, like, there's an orange flower there too, which suggests to me heavily that either I can, yeah, like, there's either a boss or something else is happening there. Alright, let's see. Do this. Flower and light in the same combo. Will this do something? It did not. So either order matters or I'm just doing something wrong. Maybe I need to use it on a person? That's a wind-based combo, so assuming the flying thing resists wind. We will never know. It is dead. I mean, yes, we will know, because it said so right there, but... Ooh! Dark version of her light finishing move. I mean, I will try the cloud and see if that works, but something tells me it won't. Yeah, okay. Alright, honey is in hand. Maybe it is cucumber time. Save the combo because that thing not dead. Oops. It is dead. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to tank this because we do have something that might be a combo. We've got the thing that mentioned fire, and we have a fire attack. I'm thinking branch then fire makes more sense in this case, but then again, I tried flower and then light, so and that didn't work, so what do I know? It probably means the combo wasn't right. But I'm gonna pretend I know everything. Are his teeth just like permanently gritted here? Okay, we got cucumber honey. I believe someone in chat said that this was a combo last time. Yes, it is. Oh, wait, no, we did that already. That's the melon, which is actually, that's fine. I don't mind getting more melons, because those heal a whole bunch. But we'll do this. Fire. Camera. Then combo. And I guess it could also be the case that you need to only use those two for it to count. Because, like, again, nothing happened there. The next time I'll try just the thing in the fire. Freezing resistance bonus is a very interesting way of writing that out. Right, keep forgetting his combo's only 3. That's gonna mess with me until we can get a class upgrade for him. That worked even while I was getting yelled at for using opposing elements. It still did that much. Like, it's gonna resist wind, but this should still be enough to kill, right? Yeah, just a bit. Again, even with the resistance, prize bonuses are just really good, and also just those are some of the most powerful things he had. Yeah, we'll grab another melon. I'm gonna be very mad if it takes longer for the melon or the milk to go bad than the melon. Now the question remains, what actually making that bridge there did? Because it could just be a tutorial for, hey, if you put the cloud into Magnus, then things will happen. Because, yeah, okay, it's a tutorial for that. That one looks to be pretty useless. One we already did. But I would assume that's the theme of this area is just making cloud bridges in that case. Alright, just give me another constellation, that's nice. And more water. Okay, I mean, there's a save point here. No, surprise me with the milk and melon thing. I would kind of want to know if I'm doing something wrong trying to combo with the flower and the, branches, though. Like, if it's something I just don't have access to the right combo for, or if I'm just have the right elements and I'm just putting the combo wrong, that would be helpful to know, because it seems like this game just does not explain how a lot of the combo system works. Okay, the flower doesn't have that makes sense. It said something about needing light, so I was like, ah, obviously, if I use light in the flower. But I would assume the tree branch either combos with something fire or something like sharp. Shining Seraph, alright, that's another new one. Interesting that the combo procs off of... I mean, that was always going to obliterate him, but it's interesting that the light combo procced off of using a dark thing. So, like, it gimped itself and still did that much damage. I know milk and bananas is not going to be a combo. Like, if there's... Bananas is only going to be one if there's a way to somehow turn the milk into ice cream, which something tells me isn't true, but it would be neat if it was. Why is it... Okay, why is lubricant to defense increase? Seems like it would be like an evasion increase or something. Like, actually, I mean, I guess everything is an instant, is like it always hit. Just... The lubricant jump scare, I guess. Actually, I guess another thing I would like to know. If a combo is, like, say, only 2 cards long, is it okay to use more things? Like, can I still use a 3rd card and get the combo after that turn? Or does it have to be just those things being used in that action for it to count? Alright, I mean, I'm taking another Chaos Edge. I know me. Okay, so it does break the combo. So when I tried to do the fire thing earlier, I might have been correct. I just did the combo badly. That just means I will try it again next time I get the opportunity to. Dark Swords are just really good at this point, but it seems like we're going to be fighting Imperials soon, and something tells me they're going to use a lot of Dark, so it might not be super useful, even if it's fun. Seven. Sure. Probably overkill, but why not? I do like the model on that thing specifically. Ragdoll's really good when it's hit hard like that. Alright, so now that I know how that works, the flower can't do anything yet. But perhaps the branch will work. Because other than the branch, she has a whole bunch of fire. And on this side, I'm not going to trust the whole snap 'em thing, because I don't really have anything that screams snap 'em, and I do not have a sculpting knife to work on this yet. So I think I'm just going to throw in another Chaos Edge. I also could not tell whatsoever that walking over here is possible initially. Okay, I see. Is that like a puppet spider alligator? I mean, Monolith game, here's your robots. Beetle, okay, that makes sense. It had 6 legs, why was I thinking arachnids? Alright, let's see what this thing's all about. I love games where like you start off just fighting grounded stuff and monsters, and then like you get to a boss and it's just like a tank. Like I really like it when just a tank is a difficult fight for the characters. Here's what we're working with element wise. It resists fire and dark. Unfortunately, I do not have a lot of water and light in my party. Got water there, but something. There we go. I mean, keeps giving me things the enemy resists. Also, gonna be real, I misread that when it first popped up. I thought it said Demons of Demons. Alright, I mean, its elemental stuff is only 30%, so this isn't too bad. 1, 2, 3. I keep forgetting he only has a combo of 3 right now. Could use some water there. You know what? We're gonna heal the boy a little bit here. Definitely not just because the only two things in her hand right now are things that the thing resists. Oh. Yeah, good thing I healed there. He's not expecting enemies with, like, 5 hits there. Alright, we're fine. Gonna be okay. Gonna be real. I'm just gonna dump everything I got right now. Actually, don't know how it works with wind and chrono. Those are the only two elements we didn't try yet, so maybe it'll be weak to that. Oh, neutral to wind. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. They're invading the wind country. But still. That's probably pertinent. Alright, I mean, I guess we're biting the bullet at this point. Just dump everything of the resisted elements. We got some dark around somewhere. Oh wait, no, it's weak to light. Duh. It resisted dark earlier. That's a lot easier. 1, 2, 5. I mean, I really should be like taking escape out of his hand or out of his deck when I know I'm about to fight a boss. I mean, yes, that is technically a Mobius symbol on the timer, but it's also an infinity. And that's just because up until upgrading characters to a certain degree, there's no time limit on making your first move in a turn. But the other two party members, they do have the upgrade that increases their hand size and deck size, but does force you to actually have to take time to decide on something. Alright, I shouldn't have let the Aqua Yell run out there, but we got a picture. It's all good. Fire. Branches. We're gonna use nothing. See if this is a combo. It is not. Interesting. Either the branches are useless, or it's looking for a different fire. That was only fire level 1, so it could be a fire level 2 thing. Alright, yeah, I would rather guard against this than take the L on the elemental stuff using the two opposing elements, because ouch. Yeah, this is the actual timer when it's not all Moby. Well, there we go. That's a great combo of 2s. Not a whole lot of DPS there. You know what? Once again, I think I should probably heal. Alright, yeah, her deck is hardcore running out. So, like, it'd be really nice if the thing attacked her, just so I can deck out sooner even. It'd be really nice if it stopped doing Nitro Boost, because that looked like enough damage that... I mean, Shella has, like, all of her defensives up right now, but the other two guys are just dead. Just straight dead if they get hit at that point. Alright. 5, 6. Another 6. Alright, you know what? That's good. That's fine. Does a lot of damage, and it has the water weakness, too. Meanwhile... Oh, that's tragic. Please attack someone who doesn't have a whole bunch of defenses up right now. You know what? If I didn't keep using both fire and water, this would help a lot. But yeah, he's just dead, which is even worse because, like, I got the melon. I got the melon in his hand there. I could have totally healed the next turn. At least we got another water combo. Actually, that's a really cool animation on that. Alright, that looks like a low health animation. I hope I'm not just completely coping. And this is actually something that didn't occur to me because the only times we really had people die were times when the fight was about to end anyway, or I was screwed no matter what happened and both people would die, but I can still target the dead Kalos with healing items, which means presumably we're getting revival cards at some point, which would be very nice to have. Yeah, that's a movement that I would definitely refer to as drooping, which means we're getting close. We're just entirely down to Shella's defenses. There we go. We did it. We did it. I can deck out in peace and actually attack in 2 turns. There is a god. Now, unfortunately... Now we need to attack Kavari next turn. Oh, this is so sad. I also unfortunately drew 2 finishers that are the element is weak to, but I hear explosions there. Yeah, that was definitely almost dead when that happened. Rip Protag getting any experience from that fight. He's just gonna still be there face down in the cutscene, isn't he? Also, Iron Beetle 1 heavily implies that there will be an Iron Beetle 2. There we go. Okay, so we got another light combo for Shella. Or no, this isn't even a finisher. That's just an attack. That's way stronger. And then, yeah, I figured that was going to be Kavari's class rank up. But it doesn't really matter which picture I take. See, I mean, I'm a guy from another world here to protect the characters in this one, and it gives me a top-down perspective of the game. So, like, it's called a beetle. Could have just asked me to step on it, and I would have. Alright, no, I can't. Okay. I was wondering if I could just take the entire exploded tank with me. Alright. Now, does it actually let me go back here? Oh, this is actually super generous. Wow. Like, that and no world map encounters means you really only need to fight when you're actually going through a place. Purchase all, really significant. Don't think I have anything sell worth. Oh, these two are fully developed. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I was losing out on so much money before. God. Like, this boss is already 820. Oh, that melon is actually surprisingly sellable. Now the fact that it's specifically says, like, it's a bonsai tree. It's a decorative thing. So, something about this suggests that whenever we do find the sculpting knife, that's just going to turn this into a better sell item, rather than, like, a more useful combat item. But these things are 3,000, which... Yeah! Okay, I don't think the other one was fully developed, but that is okay. I now know the meta of making money, and now I already have more money than I think I'm going to need for a bit. It depends on, like, how functional the shop in Castletown is going to be as well. Like, if they've already invaded by the time we get there, that's going to be a very different story. More importantly, get the fishermen up to speed with everyone else. Hand this in first. I don't think that's enough for new reward, but... Oh no, that was 2. Never mind. Also, shout out to Pisces. I am, in fact, a Pisces, and I always like fishing in JRPGs, so it makes sense. I also like fishing in real life, but just haven't done that in a whole bit. I've not done that in years. Now, off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but it would be interesting if this star map does actually represent a view of the night sky from, like, a certain latitude. Like, if you go outside Monolith's office in Tokyo and look at the sky, that's what it'll look like. Alright. Now we got Secret Recipe 2. And... Hot rice, water, fire. That actually tells me something, unlike the other recipe. Which I'm assuming by pot is going to mean, like, one of the helmets you can use in an attacking turn. But this looks like it would be a... Can Shelly use the helmet? Yeah, Shelly can use the helmet, so... Oh, it even just was a pot. So I like... We got the pot, rice, fire, and fire. We got the pot, fire, and water already. We just need the rice. But we can get rid of her branch, because it doesn't seem like that's useful. And... take melon. We'll leave her with the cucumber and honey, because... you can buff other people. And then, also... just generate more melons if we run out. I would assume the cucumber is also going to go bad, but... we will use it as much as possible. And I feel like I was mostly screwed over by RNG in that last fight, so I'm not particularly concerned about leveling anyone up even. Especially because these two are only got 3 still, but... and the scaling on this is ridiculous. Like, okay, yeah, it's plus 0.5, but... plus 3, so... see how long we can have things going. It's interesting that we're, like, at this point 6 or 7 hours in, and like we can just barely get our characters to level 10. For now, we have 5 things that can be added to this deck. Which, unfortunately, the bananas are not scaling well damage-wise, but this one is both. And we got enough water stuff. Actually, I got so much water stuff, I'm going to remove that fire and replace it with the water. All that, and how many healing items does he have? I'll give him a third. Actually, no, we'll give him chainmail. Alright, now let's see if it's possible to save the children. I swear if the solution is to just stick them both in a Magnus, I am going to laugh. Very, very hard. It's like, that's the kind of bit I could easily see this game doing, but not like this early on in the story. Also like the unique ladder icon for letters. Yeah, we got... Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, let's see. Can I go down further now? Can I beat up a frog now? That is more than one frog. Having the 4-size combo on everyone feels so much better. It's like, I feel much less punished for having one camera in everyone's deck now. I didn't realize the Graves could use defensive regularly. More powerful, so we're going with that one. Also, it looks cool. It looks like he's just like, oh yeah, you think Final Fantasy's good? Well, I'm gonna summon a crystal that looks like the water crystal from insert every Final Fantasy game here, and just smash it with my paddle. Aha, take this, Square Enix. Even though I don't know how many people who actually work for Square were on the team for this game. Actually, I don't even know if Square Enix was Square Enix when this came out. There, it's been a minute since I was able to get something down to 1 damage. Oh! I knew they resisted water. I didn't know they had 80% resistance to water. It's gonna get very fun if they end up having like 100% resistances later on. There, it looks like the weaknesses and resistances are always like identical. So it had 80% water res, but it was also 80% extra damage from fire. The question remains. Hold on, I need to just gonna read that text again. The corpse of the thunderfish is washed ashore. Washed ashore. You can see it's very dead. looks like there's no way to get to another screen and find those kids, which is unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna try one more thing, then I'm gonna try check back in the village, because I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, okay, it's a fishing village, they have rope, and I can just go talk to an NPC, and the NPC will be like, oh, you need to rescue people. Here, have some rope. Or just like a ladder or something, because there's clearly an entire modeled area down there. Anyone who came in after that is going to be very confused. There we go. Feels way smoother one-shotting these guys. Alright, I thought there was a passage back there. But since everything we're looking for is downstream of here, I believe it'd be better to just go for the rope angle. Although once again, I have to comment on how extremely generous this world map is. Like, not having any of the random encounters or anything like that. And just being able to walk through areas. Like, a lot of the quality of life that I really appreciate isn't even stuff that would have been added in the remaster. Oh, actually, wait, hold on a minute. One of the houses had a fishing net in it. I bet I could use that as like a rope ladder to get down there. Like, the bottled cloud didn't do anything. Oh, can't take that. Huh. And the same stuff. Still the same thing. Water right there. Feather cat. Is that Shella's second accessory? No, it isn't. Interesting. Where is it? It said I picked it up, right? Not crazy there? Here it is. Oh, okay, wind defense. Same dialogue. Seemingly knowledgeable old lady seems like a shoo-in for a character that you'd meet at a younger state in Origins. Karina, I believe, is one of the constellations. It's like based on a ship. Might be the stern or the bow. I don't remember. Last thing to check, just... Is there a ladder in the warehouse I can use? I already got salt. It's like those birds just fluttering around there. Fire yell. Okay, that's just the fire-based combo. Salty water. I must be really doing a bad job of checking things if... Not noticing anything. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something extremely obvious to get down there, because I couldn't, like, I couldn't get there from the river map itself. The only other thing I can think of is that there's just a way to jump down that I didn't notice, and then I could use something else to get back up. Like, then again, the solution was... when I talked to the guy, it prompted me to give him an item, so I figured the item would be, like, a way to get up. But evidently that's not the case. You know what? I'm not hurt enough to be healing. I feel like there should just be ladder. Give it one more look through. Yeah, I know it's Sakuraba, say that every time, but this is like one of the more Tales of sounding songs in this game so far. Would like to run if given the opportunity. I don't think I've even had access to more than one escape yet. Well, okay, taking 3 hits without... 4 hits... Yeah, 3 hits without defense. No, 4. Good thing I already have 3 healing items in her hand. That was completely useless water defense there, but what are you gonna do? Hit water. I'm the funniest in the world. If this does get ported to PC eventually, I absolutely cannot wait for the mod that replaces the icon of the grapes on the grape card to the low poly grapes from Endwalker. Like, yeah, it was a funny bit where like, oh, haha, these grapes are such a lower polygon count than everything around them. Isn't that funny? And then they like fixed them because it turns out it was actually a bug causing them, and that's not just how they modeled it. But then later on they made a joke about like when 16 came out, because there's a grape orchard or something in 16 you can go by, and they're like, hey, look, the grapes are so much better looking. See, this team finally learned how to make grapes. I think it would be way funnier if in 16 they also made the grapes look as bad as possible. But, like, just the grapes. Everything else looked as ridiculously high detail as everything in that game does. But the grapes intentionally looked like very, very, like, a noticeably bad model by the standards of an MMO that, like, still runs on 10-year-old PCs. That might just be my sense of humor, though. I don't think Square would have approved of that. but it would have been extremely funny. Alright, yeah, sure. Just draw the escape now. So yeah, so the bamboo comes from any sharp thing plus the stick. Maybe the branch is just a dummy item. Or not like an actual dummy item code-wise, but just like a thing that you can get just as a demonstration of the combo system, but it mentions being able to burn it, so something tells me that there's a way to like burn it and get like ash or something. Alright, I mean, this just directly says how to get strawberry milk, but who knows when we'll get access to the other components of it. Which, I need to use the word component more. Alright, so specifically... Okay, he's also got a bracelet. Wait, hold on. Okay, that didn't help. I was hoping that would help, but just like saying, hey, are you related to the guy? Thought that would do something. There absolutely has to be a way down there that I'm just too stupid to notice. Sorry for spending so much time on this on stream, but the fact that I can't figure this out is really bothering me. Oh, it is in the actual river. I checked there and didn't see a way to get downstream. But maybe I just missed it. Alright, we'll deal with jump scare fish one more time. I will definitely trust people who have actually played this game already. I do have to say, I wish my theory of, oh, just find rope or something in the fishing village that has a lot of boats. That seems logical to me, but I'm forgetting the kind of boats they use in this world. Like, they don't have sails and rigging. They have wings and, like, are made around living creatures like an Orion Titan ship. Alright, there we go. We got escape in his hand. I don't feel like fighting. I forget what the actual name was. I'm gonna call it a dog. It's close enough to a dog where I think it's reasonable to call it one. Now, of course, still not Kalos' turn. Oh, okay, I'm gonna be real. I forgot that there was a no encounters option. Like, I'm going through these areas for like the third time at this point. It's definitely reasonable to turn that off. Like, I also don't want to grind because I haven't been having too much of... Oh, that's hilarious. It just makes you phase through them. But yeah, I shouldn't be viewing it as a... Oh, I'm good at the game. I don't need experience thing. I should be using it as a... This makes backtracking a lot easier when you don't know where you're going. I also absolutely adore how all it does is put you in the invulnerability state after running away permanently. Alright, so I mean I can trap the fish head. That doesn't seem useful right now. So if there's any way to get further downstream, seems like that'll be it. Honestly, maybe the solution is just to go back to the boss arena even. Like, down here wasn't a way to get in the water. That was just a treasure chest. I remember that much. Down here... nothing. Be interested in seeing if this even turns off the jump scare guy. Nope. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I can't complain. The encounter rolled with just the one guy there. He's gonna get eviscerated, I do believe. You know, the other, like, I have no idea how I made it through talking over this game for so long without making, like, a single Yu-Gi-Oh joke. I just realized I managed to pull that off without trying. I don't know if I should be proud or lament my lack of being able to point out the obvious joke every single time. Ah, I forgot there was another jump scare fish. Alright, there we go. If this doesn't one-shot, I am going to be furious. That Pot of Greed emote, that is a very good cropping of that image. That's probably exactly how I would have cropped it for a joke if I needed it for something. Okay, the solution really was just go back here after defeating the boss, I guess. Because hemp creel, that's a fishing piece of fishing equipment. Which means that's definitely his. Yep. Less paralysis, but I haven't seen paralysis yet. Well, I feel incredibly stupid, but, okay, we did it. Honestly, even though this is technically a new area, I'm just gonna leave encounters off. There's just so many of these guys. I'm assuming that's dark defense. we have an option to not save the drowning child? That's really funny. I'm gonna be real. If, like, 10-year-old me just got rescued from drowning by some random guy who vaguely looks like a Fire Emblem protagonist, I don't think the first thing I would do would be like, yeah, I'll sign my name in this random piece of paper for my grandfather. Now, unfortunately, I do have to make another stop back in the Cloudway. Just to get the father as well, but we're fine. Honestly, my recent guilty, wait, is this Fire? Actually, no. I mean, I have my Xenoblade 3 reaction, like, reveal reaction, I think even on the main channel. So, everyone's unfortunately seen me being confused and thinking Noah was a Fire Emblem character until he spoke and was British. But, my cringe thinking something was Fire Emblem moment was from the recent Direct. It wasn't from me thinking something was the FE4 remake. I'm not that stupid. I have so many jokes about Sigurd's horse to not recognize or think something that definitely isn't FE4 is FE4. During the Princess Peach trailer, when they first showed off the costumes, the way they revealed the Sword Fighter one, which I think was the first one in the montage, was just by having her step onto screen and, like, showing from the feet first or something. So she steps, like, onto the stage. She's wearing blue boots and you can see a cape and a sword at her hip. I'm like, wait, are there amiibo costumes in this game? Is she going to be dressed as Marth? Why are they showing Marth off first? And not, oh, she has a sword. That's unusual for a Mario game. Oh, look, yeah, unironically, I would want amiibo costumes for that game. Like, I don't know if they'd let us... I don't know if they'd let us have Noah and Mio Peach, but they would definitely let us have Shulk Peach. If we got Shulk Yoshi, we could definitely get Shulk Peach. I think, like, categorically, the most cursed Woolly World costumes were all of the ones for characters that are, like, normally humanoid. Like, Mario looked fine, but all of the RPG characters were very not okay. I have to say, like, these aren't the most animated battles I've seen, and, like, even comparable to Xenosaga. I would say early Xenosaga 1 and 2 have, like, flashier battle animations, but the way that the enemy death animations flow really well from, like, every single attack animation the party members have, I've genuinely been impressed by. Like, yeah, granted, the magic one isn't particularly funny, but, like... Hold on. I have you could just get an entire chicken. Why did these enemies have a chicken in the first place? Okay. I mean, obviously I'm taking the chicken. I'm just gonna be very curious what that ends up being used for. Like, if I use chicken, a fire spell, and then, like, bread, can I get nuggies? Is that where we're going with this? Can I use, like, once I get the ability to do a 5-hit combo, can I just, like, do chicken, fire spell, bread, milk, strawberry, and get, like, my 6-piece McNuggets with a milkshake? Although, like, honestly, I don't know if I would even use that as a combo if I could, because, like, I have the Rooster now. I have a bird mascot in this game. I have 2 Roosters now. I also just realized, hold on a minute. Am I being dumb again? Okay, yeah. The mineral water only cures poison. The Rooster is the stat curing element for sleep. Which is really funny. Oh no, I have been hypnotized by the enemy and put to sleep. However, shall my friends be able to bail me out of this dire situation? And then the solution is just, I play Essence of Rooster. Actually, phrased that way, I think Essence of Rooster sounds more like a Magic card than a Yu-Gi-Oh card, so I should expand my repertoire of card-based jokes. I had a very, very short phase last year where I'm like, I want to play one card game, but I'm not sure which one. So I'll just download the free client for Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh! But I never really went anywhere with that. I was thinking like I'd at least start collecting Pokemon cards again with the Scarlet and Violet sets, but they came out so delayed from when the actual games did. My hype had kind of died down at that point and I didn't bother. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate because there's a lot of good art I've seen from those cards. Although, they will get me. They will easily get me if they make, like, one of those packs with the novelty oversized cards for Clodsire. Turn encounters back on now. If I do this, will they... If I antagonize them again, will they just try to fight me? Or, oh no, now I'm just stuck in town. Oh, this guy is absolutely the Morag. Hold on. And actually, no. He's not the Morag, because he's not, like, seemingly close to the upper leadership of the Empire. He's the General Leo. Actually, that reminds me. I did end up finally biting the bullet and getting all the Pixel remasters when they were on sale. I started replaying 6. replaying Final Fantasy VI after having played Xenogears and remembering that Soraya Saga did writing for it, it is so obvious what parts she wrote. It's really funny. Although, actually, hold on, I'm changing my mind again. He does have, like, a kind of Morag-esque outfit on.
しかしまさか君は未だに帝都の選ばれたる民と他国の愚民どもとそれはそもそも貴公がなぜこんな地へ飛ばされる羽目になったのかもう忘れてしまったとでも言うのかね大使いずれにせよ
Actually, hold on. I'm curious. The card game client that I ended up actually playing the most, which is probably because it was the most complicated of the 3 games to learn, was Master Duel. Yeah, like I have 40 hours on Master Duel, and I don't think I ever played against an actual person. It's really funny. さもないと島流し程度じゃ済まされないことになるぞ。Yeah, I'm pretty sure I 100%ed everything that was available in the solo mode in Master Duel at the time I had played it. It was like, hey, I understand people's Yu-Gi-Oh jokes now. I don't regret it. It was worth it for the culture.
おそらくレイドカーン号の動きを牽制するのが狙いだな。真の目的は他にある。だが、そうまでして連中は一体何を狙ってるって言うんだ。
封印された古の神の力。
I also realized how much of the anime is just there on the YouTube channel. See, the funny thing about that is I do vaguely understand how pendulums work, but I still went out of my way to make a joke about not understanding pendulums as like a cutaway gag in an FF14 shitpost of all things. Because fun fact, Final Fantasy, one of your party members in Final Fantasy 14 is, I believe the way I put it was the elf with a dual disc voiced by Mumcar. Jesus Christ! I forgot how savage this guy is sometimes. We didn't have any moment of him like, yeah, I know he looted a corpse, but you know, like, if he's this hard on Idealists, I feel like we just need to show him future connected Rex. Like, Rex made it to like 40, I gotta say. Like, yeah, the amount of time he lasted in Ionios was it was just a function of immortality, but like, he made it to 40 fine. I'm gonna say, Rex did pretty well for himself, being a naive, wide-eyed idealist. It's almost like one of the themes of Xenoblade 2 is, like, hoping for good things to happen is, like, healthy sometimes. I also absolutely love how, for, like, Future Redeemed got people shipping Shulk and Rex, then people very quickly realized that there's no good ship name for Shulk and Rex based on combining their names. So somehow people ended up on quote, old man yaoi, end quote, even though they're like, at most, Shulk is 45.
今は奥の方で騎士団と睨み合いになってるらしい。分かった。俺にできるだけのことはやるから、おとなしく家に引っ込んでろ。いいな。頼む。頼んだぞ、ギバリ。
Also, I haven't pointed out yet, Gibari is like well known among people in the capital despite just being some fisherman from a village on the edge of the country, which, I mean, either like the size of all the islands on the world map is canon and there is just one additional town here, or there's some secrets about him. Oh, I was making the brother joke about a completely different FF14 related thing, not the Xenoblade joke. Because of an in-game event going on, a PvP mode that doesn't usually have a lot of people queuing for it was going a lot recently, and I've been playing a ton of that when I've been playing 14, and it's like sort of a MOBA inspired mode. But instead of leveling up your character, you can just get in a mech. And, like, all of the mechs are mechs that you could fight in the game, because why would they not reuse models when they can reuse models? But one of them is Brute Justice, and it obviously gets abbreviated to exactly what you would expect it to be abbreviated to. So, like, every time I see two Brute Justices on the same team going down the same lane, I'm like, ah, yes, the Blowdrop Brothers. And someone thinks it's funny every time. Jesus Christ, we could just get Light Sword. That's really neat. Oh, we're absolutely about to get a new party member. We could buy Coronet. Are we getting a guy who attacks with brass instruments? That's it. We finally have... Apparently the next party member is just going to be Jazz Incarnate. Or no, not Jazz Incarnate, Hoenn Incarnate. What am I saying? Alright, I'm going to buy the Clock Shield just because Clock Shield is an inherently cool thing to have. I don't think I have any more pictures to sell, though. I have a lot of pictures to sell. 4,300 from one boss. Okay, yeah. Alright. I'm going to do the smart thing and not mess with my decks at all until that party member that the Coronet is for actually joins. Or at the very least until I see what elements the Imperials actually use. Alright, hold on. New proper name. Gotta Google this and see if it's a star. Yep, okay. Elnath is Beta Tauri. I feel like I should just, like, have an actual astronomical database out, but unfortunately, like, all the big data sets of, like, astronomical observation data that I learned how to use in the astronomy courses I took were, like, they all used, like, the IAU classifications and not the official common names, so it's all just, it would all just be, like, the Greek letter in the constellation or an official number. Like, you have to go to the, IAU, like, website to see their official list of common star names. Wait, hold on. You might be onto something. If Melnath is named after the Elnath star. Hold on a minute. We might, like, this could be something big. Like, if Melnath was a mistranslation and it's supposed to be Elnath, and the theory that Melnath is the actual name of the Gormati Titan is real, that would mean that potentially all of the other Titans also have star names. So the countries that are floating islands in a sea of clouds in a Monolith Soft game are all named after stars. If they did that intentionally as a callback to Baten Kaitos, like, I will be kneeling out of reverence even more than I usually am whenever Monolith does something. You know, I gotta say, surprisingly forward-thinking government for a kingdom in a fantasy game. Like, the capital actually has a mayor and isn't just administered directly out of the castle. Now, granted, I, myself, as the character in this video game, am not familiar with this world, so, like, maybe they're a constitutional monarchy or something. I mean, hey, it's foggy enough I could believe this is England. Also, looks like the way to get those is back from the other house, so... There was a bookcase. Okay, I just need to push it. Yeah, I have to say, they're doing a really good job of compositing things even in the remaster. Like, if you pull out one of the PS1 Final Fantasies, you can really tell what's a model and what's part of the background, but, like, I'm actually not sure if the bookcase... Yeah, the bookcase looks to be a model, and I didn't even notice you could push it. It looked that not out of place. Helmet. And... Ray of Truth. Sounds like a... I want to make a Persona 4 joke, but I haven't actually played Persona 4. Alright, we can get rid of Escape now, I think. And... we haven't run into a lot of enemies that are using Sleep yet. So... I mean, like... that's an obscene amount of damage. Like, I know it's only a combo thing, but let's see. I should at least be able to get rid of my weaker wind combo. Somewhere. Energy wave. Oh, do I only have the one? Oh, I already did get rid of it. Let's see. Don't want too many combo things, but like... short sword. Why do I have so many things that turn into short swords? Are some of my other weapons breaking after a time? Yeah, they must be. Because the fire swords went away. That's what happened to the fire swords. They all, like, broke and turned into like, regular sword things. Okay. That's actually another reason to keep using the bamboo. You can't use it defensively, but it doesn't go away. I have to wonder... there's at least a few people in here who have played the game already. How many of you were waiting for me to notice that? keep the longsword. That does more damage. Yeah, notice the sword's changing. Because it took me until... Wait, was it just the fire swords? Because the ice swords haven't changed yet, as far as I can tell. I think it makes sense that the fire would go out. Also, good luck on the ARR relics. I did 3 of those, and I don't think I'm going to be doing another one anytime soon. Like, I got the best looking ones, so not going to bother myself too much with it. Now, I did do all the Heavensward relics. Unfortunately, I'm on Dynamis, so Eureka's super dead. I really wanted to do the Stormblood ones next, but it's like, it's just an even bigger grind. Even with the scaling. So actually, knowing that I have a whole bunch of just short swords, yeah, it looks like the Ice Dagger uses the same base model as the short sword, so I would assume that they degrade into that as well. But actually, is there anything in anyone else's deck that was getting screwed up? I guess that's a benefit to using Shella more often. Because she just has magic spells. I would assume those don't degrade. It's like, it's magic. I wouldn't know how that would work. You know, if we're fighting Imperials, I'm gonna give her more light and water. If it's just an hour, that would make sense. But that also means I'm going to go back and buy... I think there was another fire sword in the shop. I really hope there was. Because I have 0 fire attack on anyone else now. Or other just... Do I have any high damage Colossus weapon that's not a combo? Nope. Okay. Well. You know what? Just in case the Stream Blade degrades, I'll take that one too. Although, just to fill space, I guess you could get Blue Storm back. And give him back Wave Race Blue Storm, as seen in Pikmin 4 for the Nintendo Switch. I feel like they should do that if Blue Storm gets ported. Just like, actually make a joke about it being in Pikmin 4. Which, like, I don't know why that's what they chose as the GameCube game. Like, honestly, if it were up to me to decide, and, like, based on my opinions of things that they should do in Xeno games, it's probably a good thing that I'm not able to decide actual stuff for Nintendo properties. But, I would have made it Luigi's Mansion. Because one of the things that I remember the most about the original Luigi's Mansion is the trailer for Pikmin 1 that's on it. Although, yeah, you know, should I level? I'm gonna level up Gabari now, but wait for these two to be 5 levels. Because I don't know how it's gonna scale past 5. Yeah, on one hand, it would make sense for it to be Pikmin 1, but on the other hand, I think just, like, on a lore level, I don't know how I'd feel about Pikmin existing in Pikmin. Like, I know it's a Miyamoto series. Caring about lore and continuity is a lost cause, but like, even if they do eventually retcon it so that, like, oh yes, Pikmin were genetically engineered creatures by humanity before they went extinct or something like that, I would rather Pikmin, the video game property, like, I'm fine with the rest of Nintendo existing. I'd even be fine of like the Mario Golf game that has the Pikmin reference in it still existing and just not having Pikmin. But like, actually, that's a good question. If Pikmin is not diegetic to Pikmin, who replaces Olimar in Smash? Meanwhile, Kalas being Kalas.
この国の人たちを放っておくというの？それで平気なのカラス。
You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. Louis would still exist across all timelines, even the one where Pikmin doesn't exist. All right. You know, this is a cool quote, but given the context of him actively walking away from a castle on fire with people in it, okay.
お前も来るんだ。俺とシラだけじゃさすがにきついかもしれん。
Alright, this is good. We didn't really get a lot of characterization for Gabari other than he cares about people here and isn't xenophobic, but this is good. I like how all it took was the full Nelson. Like, he didn't actually do anything to hurt him, he just picked him up. His hands were nowhere near his neck. It's like, was Piccolo actually off screen aiming the special beam cannon? Was that what he was scared about? Like, I struggle to see how that would be anything more than inconvenient. I also like how they're having this conversation, obviously within earshot of like 4 soldiers plus the guy in the beetle tank.
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないでしょ。一刻を争うのよ。
シェラの言う通りだ。のんびり構えている余裕はない。わかったよ。やれやれ。どいつもこいつも正気かよ、まったく。もしこれで俺がやられたら、絶対に化けて出てお前らに取り付いてやるからな。
どうぞ、いくらでも。私も一度精霊付きになってみたかったのよ。
This, I like how she's like actively snarking back at him now. I don't know if that's how guardian spirits work.
さあ、それじゃ実際どうやって城内に潜り込むかだが。
I like how you not remembering how Makan Kosapo is pronounced is just like you're playing into the bit from Abridged with only Cell knowing how to pronounce it properly.
奴らに包囲されちまっている。港で小舟を奪って空から直接城へ乗り付けるってのはどうだ？
ええ、私もその案に賛成。
Also, like we're going full FF10 in this.
Okay. どうする？
Okay, only one of my characters is actually leveled up. I'm going to do the plan.
それじゃ港へ行こう。
I did watch the Boobits. I'm gonna need to go through it again. I really hope they do a commentary of it. Cause like they're like, I think in the mid 50s with the actual episode commentary. So I think they just have Broly and like a few of the last episodes. I really hope they do a Boobits commentary because I'm gonna watch it again when that happens.
レイド艦王を帝国の手に渡すわけにはいかないわ。
ああ、この国を奴らの好きなようにはさせん。
I forgot about Plan to Eradicate Christmas, which is a real tragedy because Plan to Eradicate Christmas is one of my favorite specials they've done.
見て、あそこ。
帝国の小舟があるな。
Oh my god. Oh my god, we're actually doing pod racing. Let's go.
あの見張りはどうするんだ。
隙をついて船まで走る。乗り込んでしまえばこっちのものよ。
簡単に言うぜ。
Please let the joke be as soon as he gets in the pod, he actually starts enjoying himself. Now, will he drink the stagnant water? Yo, he said the thing! Actually, is there a place I can get actual water? That does make sense. It seems like they recorded the commentaries, like, way earlier. Like, it looks like basically everything after Cell shows up was recorded within the same weekend, so it wouldn't be surprising if they weren't done with the Boo Bits. But I do hope that, even without Taka, they do still do a commentary for it. Also, please tell me there's a way to get actual water still in this city. Can you just get water out of this? Nah. Unfortunate. And I would not be surprised if they at least do like, as the Halloween joke, do episode 1 of Hellsing. Wait, hold on. Can I leave? I was just under the assumption that I couldn't leave because the guys out front were like, hey, you can't leave. Oh, I can just leave. Never mind. Wasn't expecting that. I think there's some, like, non-stagnant water somewhere in this town. Actually, no, even better idea. Just keep messing with the guy. I know I can get salt water here at the very least. I think I have 2 empty spots, so I could take the salt water and then look and see if I can find fresh water as well. Oh, apparently I can't just... I can take the salt water from this, but I can't take the fresh water from the pitchers that are right next to it. Okay, there's no source of actual water, but I do want to mess with the guy again, so... Still feed him salt water. I actually don't know if there was a place to get regular water anywhere in the game so far. Because I think... No, there was spring water back on the other island. I'm slightly sad seeing like there being a bar in one of these games in a JRPG with a band there, and it's not like the band diegetically playing music. Because after Sea of Stars, I need way more bands in taverns in JRPGs that play like music, because that's unfortunate. I can't give them more salt water. Because in addition to that game having like a fantastic soundtrack as is, apparently I screwed that up. Oh no, never mind. Okay. They also have had a different guy do like 40 something additional arrangements, just bardcore versions of basically every major song in the soundtrack. And like, I'm gonna be real, we need more covers of RPG battle themes where the bass line is played on a mandolin.
そうだな。だが、城内にはすでに帝国軍が侵入しているはずだ。気をつけろ。
Also, again, while we're talking about the Sea of Stars OST, I have to again give shoutouts to Garl's theme. The Mad Lads actually did it. They did a Chrono Trigger inspired game, and the one thing that they inarguably managed to match with is they had a sequel to Robo's theme, and they actually managed to. It's not a Rick Astley song, but it still has the exact same energy, and I hope Mitsuda is proud of that. Alright, yeah, like, what is up with Gabari? Just random guards at the castle know who he is now. Also, Infinity Mask. Now, do I make the Mobius joke, or do I make the point of the mask joke? Oh, I think I need to be reading more flavor text. Also, I didn't realize the clock shield was also literally a clock. The one issue one of the major issues I did have with Sea of Stars is the game is easy, and oh, I can just take the entire royal crest of the kingdom? That's interesting. You get items that can make the game even easier very early on, but you don't get the hard mode things for a while in, and they also cost money, and money is very scarce in that game. Like, that game is one of the only RPGs outside of Trails that has, like, Trails tier necessary money management if you don't grind. Like, honestly, I do appreciate that with Trails, where it's like, you have these absolutely massive parties, but the rate at which you get money is low enough where every time you get the ability to upgrade characters again, there's no way you'll be able to afford the new weapon and gear for every single person in your party. So it's like, they know that you're going to be benching a lot of people, and they expect that with how they do stuff. They don't want you to gear everyone up. Which, like, the money curve in Sea of Stars is honestly, like, absolutely perfect. I'm buying all the equipment I need and just having exactly enough afterwards after selling stuff. Zero is not a great starting point plot-wise. It would be gameplay-wise. The two best starting points are the first Sky game and the first Cold Steel game. If you have a PC, the first Sky game will run on literally any PC made in the last 20 years and frequently goes on sale for $5 on Steam. I believe Sky games are also on, like, GOG, but I don't know if they're on sale that often. Also, if you don't want to play a 12-game long series where everyone is a wordy RPG, it's perfectly okay to not try to get into Trails in the first place. Let me be clear, it's very not for everyone, both in a amount of content way, in addition to the included content way. Although this is cool, we're surely recruiting a bunch of people who amount to nothing but green units in the end. He's going to... Oh. Right, you got 2 crests as well. 4 knights. Is there a way to... Alright, now, is this guy just dead, or can I use the crest on him? Okay. Wow, wow, like, now you're sad when people die. I see how it is. Oh. Huh. Now, I'm assuming... Like, is a squire equivalent to 1 guy? Like, it's 1 guy fighting 2 guys right now. Okay. I'm gonna reread the tutorial. I think I skimmed it too much. Knights Imperial Soldier. Take the knights with you and dispatch them to the battle. So the combined strength of the knights already fighting and the knights you dispatch surpasses the strength of the Imperial soldiers. The knights will win. Okay, so I just have to choose between... Like, basically choose the correct knight I have access to that will make up for the difference in forces here. So, I need to... We'll go with the regular knight and see if that's enough. Or no, if I add more... Okay, we'll do that. Surely 3 people could beat 2 people. I would assume it's just a numbers game. Those guys are still flailing long after they're dead. But I can't recruit more. I can't get these guys back, so I do have to choose wisely. This guy just... Okay, these guys, I think I still have the senior knight. Yeah. That should be enough. Bonus aura, I wonder, like a universal combo for everyone maybe? Magical anklet, is this... It's someone's accessory. It is a shell accessory. Okay. Then Chronos Aura, it's just... Okay. This is virtually useless because I have like 4 defensive items that are Chronos entirely. No, that's her 4th one. How did I miss the 2nd one? Yikes. Hopefully that wasn't permanently missable. Like, if it's just go back to Sad Al Sud at some point. And whatever. Oh, okay, these guys will just fight me. I see. Getting a bunch of Chronos stuff recently, so I'm just gonna spam various elements at them for the time being and see what they're weak and resistant to. Okay, resist dark, weak to light, neutral, everything else. I think that tracks with the guys in the mansion. I think these are just straight up stronger versions of the same dudes. Yeah, in terms of getting into Trials, I think like the benchmark I have for it is if you think getting into One Piece is too much of a commitment for you, then do not play more than one arc of Trials, just period. Because if you make it to the point of the series that I've made it to, you will get so invested that you'll spend several hours learning how to decrypt the textures in one of the PC ports of the games, because there's a map with slightly less stuff obscured on it than anything in the previous games in the series. Your Reverie is, I'm going to say, probably the worst place to start the series. Because it's like the epilogue to the entire first half of the series. Like, it is just straight up, you get the main characters of, oh, we got the rice, that we could do the entire rice combo. Okay, let's see. Reverie has... How many playable characters are in Reverie? Okay, so there are over 50 party members in Reverie. And, I believe 4 of those are characters that are actually new to that game. Everyone else has appeared in multiple games beforehand. Let's see. The thing is, I don't know if I'm talking manga or anime when it comes to One Piece, because I don't have enough first-hand experience with the anime. Once I saw that they barely have any actual filler episodes, and there are still significantly more episodes than chapters, I decided that I should not watch the One Piece anime besides, like, the really good-looking clips of specific iconic moments that I see people post on Twitter. Because I'm a fan of good pacing and seasonal anime, even for long-running shonen. Like, I know it looks ridiculously good in recent episodes, but I don't care if you're doing a 20-minute episode based on 6 manga pages. I have my limits. Although I will say, when I caught up to One Piece, which is I think like in the 960s, I read through the entire manga up until that point in about 2 months. And this was on pandemic time, mind you. And then I also played, I want to say, the first 8 Trails games in about that amount of time. So, also on pandemic time. So I don't know if that's a good metric for it. But also, like, I got the rice. Shella has fire, water, and the pot helm. So what I'm gonna do is take out the dark, since we're fighting a lot of guys with dark. We'll put in the rice, and we'll put in more water. Unfortunately, we only have the one pot helm, but fine. Now, we play the game of use up cards until we specifically have everything to make the rice. Alright, now thankfully this isn't a weeknight, because I don't want to end a stream partway through, like, an Imperial infested building again. So I think I'm going to try to actually finish the dungeon this time. Six, 7, 8, combo. I will say, like, barring, like, parts where the manga made a good joke and they adapted it really well, one of the funniest things about the One Piece anime to me is how the 4Kids dub ended. Use this on him? Nope, I can't. Yeah, everyone died. If you didn't know, I don't remember if it's like it in the manga, but one of the anime episodes cliffhangs with the entire crew getting surprised by a big ship falling out of the sky, and like the episode cliffhangs it with like, oh, is the ship gonna fall on them? And then in the end, it obviously doesn't. But thank you for the raid. We're talking about everyone dying in One Piece. But yeah, that was the last episode 4Kids dubbed. So, officially, that's how 4Kids One Piece ended. A boat landed on them, and they all died. So thank you again for the raid, and hello to everyone coming from there. I like Xenoblade. This was made by the people who made Xenoblade while they were making Xenosaga. So I'm learning a lot of things. I'm learning cards. I've been enjoying myself a lot so far. So, like, hopefully, I'm really hoping that, like, me playing through this, and because I'm gonna, like, I don't self-promo as much as I should in my videos, but I'm probably gonna start advertising that I'm doing this in videos to try to get more people watching the stream, because if the rest of the game is as enjoyable as this much has been so far, I really want more people to buy this collection, and like, if Bandai Namco's not going to advertise it, I will. And, like, obviously, also this might affect Xenosaga, which, like, okay, to be fair, if the hints, if certain hints in recent Xenoblade titles actually mean more Xenosaga stuff is happening, then there is a decent chance that they'd already had a Xenosaga remaster in pre-production, and Baten Kaitos was just like, hey, we should probably also do this. But, If not, and if it actually, like, Squire as well, just because weak and that will ensure to undo it. Yeah, this guy got smoked. Yeah, I would imagine, like, just having more complexity and being able to do bigger combos is already making it a lot more interesting. But, like, it would be nice being able to milk Xenosaga content. Oh, wow, these guys just come straight back here. If I use them. Let's see. You're just a knight. I could just keep coming back and getting these guys specifically from the infirmary. I will take a regular knight. Anyway, going back to the One Piece discussion, I did see the 4Kids rap, like, continuation for all of the current crew members. I need them to include the rap somewhere in the live action at some point. Like, they had to skip Django for understandable reasons, but if they include, like, him in the context he shows up later on in the series, like, have him read off, like, the bounty posters when everyone gets their bounties or something after Eni's lobby, and, like, do it in the form of the rap, because, like, the live action used We Are in a really great context. I need them to also use the rap. Anyone here senior night? Yeah. We could just keep getting back this one senior night, then I'm gonna take that. Guys, I'm actually gonna have to fight myself. 6, 8. Okay, I can't really do an actual combo there, but this may just one-shot the dude. I understand why they waited until Xenoblade 3 to, like, potentially have Xenosaga references, but it would have been a nice idea, like, if it was possible to do a Xenosaga remaster at the time, to do that right after Xenoblade 2, because, like, that's the one with Cosmos in it, and, like, she has a mythos about her. Even just, like, people from word of mouth who don't know what Xenosaga is know that, okay, this character specifically is a big deal for some reason. Everyone who's, like, people who started with Xenoblade 2, like, they wouldn't necessarily know what Xenosaga is, but they, like, inherently would know that there's something special about Cosmos just because of the reverence their friends who have been fans of the series for longer talk about her with. That might have been a better, like, oh, the cucumbers turned into pickled cucumbers. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, it's just a better version of the cucumber, so I'm not complaining. But also, like, if we get Xenosaga as a launch title for Switch 2, and then they follow that up with a new Xenoblade game in 2025, that would just be peak in general. Like, not even in terms of content for me. Okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was right. His battle model is just permanently gritting his teeth. That's amazing. Alright. I mean, I'll use pickled cucumbers, because it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do the rice thing. Oh, this is the multi-shot. This is going to hurt a lot. Yeah, like, I hear the kaleidoscopic core transition points in this, but I also keep thinking Golden Sun. Which is weird because, like, I'm not pulling out my entire library here, but I got the Vesperia remaster on this series, on this console. I should be thinking Vesperia because it's Sakuraba at vaguely the same point in time and very similar sound font, but honestly, like, the best possible outcome would be Nintendo sees the new popularity of Xenoblade. They see Fire Emblem blowing up relatively recently. And they're like, okay, people like the JRPGs. So they're like, okay, we can't advertise the Baten Kaitos thing because that's on Bamco and they're not paying us to do that in directs. But Xenosaga gets made a big deal. That does well. The FE4 remake does well. And then, like, they've got to also have some sort of demographic data on who plays specific things on Switch Online. So, like, if they see people... If the Xenosaga remasters do well, and they see people are playing Golden Sun a lot on Switch Online, and that greenlights them like a lower budget $40-ish Baten Kaitos 3 and Golden Sun 4, that's honestly the ideal outcome. As much as I love Xenoblade, it shouldn't be... Like, I like Xenoblade a lot. I love Xenoblade. I like most of Fire Emblem. Those shouldn't be Nintendo's only non-Pokemon RPGs. And then again, yeah, we got 2 more Mario RPGs, so things might be getting better in that regard as well. I'll give both of these Senior Knights, because I would assume a Senior Knight is enough to solo one of these stronger guys. Oh, that was just to fight the 2 guys. Okay, even easier. I thought those were 2 different altercations. I absolutely love what Next Level did with Luigi's Mansion 3. Like, that is arguably still the best looking Mario game, period. The only thing is, I'm not sure how much sprite-based stuff Next Level has done. Just because, like, I really want Mario and Luigi to stay sprite-based. Because we have Smurpaga going to 3D, which, like, it makes sense because it's a remake of an SNES game. Then Paper Mario, it's technically sprite-based. It's technically sprite-based, but it's kind of its own art style, and the backgrounds are still all 3D. I really, really would want Mario RPG to stay sprite-based, because it's like, it's arguably the last vestiges of, like, the specific sprites on 3D backgrounds with sprite-like textures that, like Pokemon Black and White did, and that makes those games look so timeless as well. All these guys are going to need all of the rest of the knights I've got, I think. I'm just going to dump all of them into this guy. Yes, I did see the Alliance Roulette changes. I cannot wait to still get Crystal Tower 50% of the time because it's Dynamis and, like, everyone's a Sprout still in ARR. But it's more a matter of principle. I care about that way more than anything else at this point. Alright, the save point is here. So I am going to do some last minute deck changing. I'm also honestly really looking forward to the new Alliance raid. Euphrosyne wasn't nearly as good as Aglaya, but I have hope for this last one. I mean, honestly, like, saying they should make a thing in HD 2D is really, really overblown at this point, but when did something turn into... When did the bamboo turn into a fishing rod? At least I'm assuming that was the bamboo that turned it into it. Okay, I mean, that's going to be useful for something later on, but it's not a good combo piece. But anyway, my one cringe HD 2D thing that I'd kind of want would be, like, do the Partners in Time remake that we should have gotten instead of an Inside Story, but make that HD 2D. You know what? I don't have any good attacking thing left, but you can take a chicken. And anything I can gain elemental defenses. I don't really have any light-based stuff. I do not remember if Partners in Time had small amounts of information, but that was one of the Mario and Luigi games that Chugga has Let's Played. I don't think he's done Inside Story yet. Alright, you know what, with Weeball. Oh, I'm not trying to talk to the corpse, I'm trying to save my game. Wait, by that do you mean he hadn't beaten Inside Story until after the LP, or he was doing the final boss of Partners in Time for the first time? Because I don't remember that. It's been a bit. Inside Story. Okay, that's wild. The guy who's like so insistent on the quality of various Mario RPGs didn't play the best regarded Mario RPG by fans. That makes it so much funnier. I had no knowledge of this information. I haven't really been paying attention to the names of most of these knights, but Umida is a good one. The Partners in Time, I think, has, like, arguably my favorite remix of just the World 1-1 theme in it. And it's just the tutorial song. Like, it was so good they brought it back for, I think, Dream Team and Paper Gem. Very chill. Like, I think just like piano and vibraphone. version of it. I'm not sure, like, have people come around on Dream Team at this point now that Paper Jam is out? Or now Paper Jam's been out for a while, and that one is clearly just kind of a worse version of Dream Team, because I really liked it from the beginning, but I heard it was kind of... had a mixed reception overall from the community. Like, I also don't... I'm not super plugged in. To, how people feel about Mario and Luigi, even though I really liked it a lot. Which actually, I have a whole bunch of really weird niche videos that I've been wanting to make for a while, but just haven't had, like, the time or the easy ability to get footage for everything I wanted. But, like, I'm about to make... I've been... Many times, I've been very close to making a 20-minute, at least, video. Alright, I'm gonna need to wait for now and get all my knights back. This fight, I think, is the one I'm gonna end up losing, just because I accidentally put too many people on that. Anyway, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, the Superstar Saga battle theme. So, one of the original Japanese trailers for Superstar Saga has a slightly less compressed version of the battle theme in it. And in it, you can hear a note, like just one note, that is... The version in-game is so bit-crushed that you can't hear that the note's actually there. Like, the trailer version just goes da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but because of the Game Boy GBA limitations, in-game it sounds like da-da-da-da. That is my favorite version of the song. But in the multiple times Shimomura has remastered the Superstar Saga battle theme, she's changed it so it just goes da-da-da-da-da, so she adds another note, but not the part that I really liked. I can go on a 20-minute rant about that. Even though I will say overall, the remake version is my favorite version of that theme. Just because they actually added a second half to it. It's not like a 30-second loop anymore. Well, that's actually going to be a really good question. Superstar Saga's battle theme, I have always viewed as just straight being a sequel to Mario RPG's battle theme. As far as I know, Shimomura is doing the remaster, or at least overseeing the music in the remake. Will she expand it so it's a bigger loop as well? Because honestly, like, I'm glad Mario RPG is getting remade. Square selling it as a full-priced game is probably the only way we can actually end up getting this re-release in the first place, just because of, like, I don't know if Square would ever let any of their games get put on Switch Online, because they wouldn't be getting a lot of money out of that. So, like, I'm glad it exists, but the way they've been talking about it has been like, yeah, this is just going to be an even easier version of an already easy game. It's like putting AoE on everyone's regular attacks is kind of nuts. I'm gonna be real. They said they were adding, like, hard super bosses, which is good, but if they don't rebalance the base game for all of that stuff, it's just gonna have, like, the issue of that I've had in some games was just too easy to be engaging. Because, like, if you're going to be easy in a complex system, I don't mind that at all, because then I can still mess around with different ways and find ways to break the game in a whole bunch of ways. Like, the last half dozen Trails games have all been really easy on max difficulty, but you can get so broken, and there's still so much different build variety, that it's still extremely fun, even if I'm steamrolling every fight, and even if I can literally, like, take out a quarter of the final boss's HP with one attack, without critting. But, like, an easy game that's also really simple, that's just gonna get kind of boring. And, well, Mario RPG is always good as an entry-level RPG, because, like, that is the service that Mario RPGs should be providing, being entry-level games into the genre. And Square making one of them, like, the JRPG people doing one like that, is also good, because, like, Mario RPG is a better entry point to the genre than Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I will always be saying that. It's just, it's simple enough, like, the original game is easy enough as is, and it's simple enough as is, where making it any easier is probably going to start losing me. Like, I'm a very lukewarm on Tails as a whole, but also... Oh, he's just got a big collar. Okay, I was wondering why only the king got a full square portrait and no one else did. But anyway, like, I'm very lukewarm on Tails as a whole, but I completely clocked out of Berseria like 15 hours in, because even on hard, that was so incredibly easy. I couldn't stay awake playing it. I would like to try, I do really want to do like a no lazy shell Helix run at some point. I do still have the original on Wii U Virtual Console, so even if I don't get the remake, I can try that. Also, I'm sorry for like the random Windows system notifications. One of my mouses just decided to disconnect. Did I just say mouses? Okay. I'm gonna pay attention to the cutscene now and stop talking, because clearly I'm not very good at it. Also, like, how have I not pointed out that this is just Krellian? This is just Krellian if he were a JoJo character? Yeah, the one, like, besides the visuals and people who hadn't played the series for the first time, I was honestly very surprised at the amount of people who were hyped for the Star Ocean 2 remake, because I tried the Star Ocean 1 remake, fully aware that I'm not the biggest Tales fan, and that this is what the Tales team did before they, like, started making Tales games, or maybe people from the first Tales game. Either way, like, Tales staff worked on the first Star Ocean game, and I had low expectations, because I only like a couple Tales games, and I still kind of hated it, so, like, I was a little amazed that people are that hyped for Star Ocean 2, and especially because, like, I'm not sure how many Star Ocean games Star Ocean fans actually like, because I heard the most recent one people also didn't really like either. And, like, I think it's 4 is the one with, like, a really stupid plot twist that a lot of people hate. Basically what I'm saying is put Goku in Xenoblade 4. Oh, yeah, Dot Hack is another series that I need to try. Like, the only Bandai Namco RPGs I've ever really played are a couple Tales games. Xenosaga, and now this. Like, they have a pretty long history as well. Also, I'm really one of the biggest things I am hyped for in the Mario RPG remake is Culex, because I need to hear like modern Shimamura's take on the Final Fantasy IV boss theme. He's like, I did not like 15. The soundtrack was not the reason I did not like 15. Shimamura does great music for the Final Fantasy vibe, and I want to see her take on like a more classic song. Anyway, important plot is happening. I think Lyude is actually about to betray the Empire. I also can't tell, like, did he get hit in the eye, or is it just shaded out? It looked like he got hit in the shoulder. Also, I can't see her entire design just from this portrait, but I'm going to assume this is designated fan service female villain. Alright, I'm assuming like this isn't a trail situation where the laser weapon is actually more powerful than like conventional weapons, because that's one of my favorite things about Trails, is how there's a plot justification for how you can get shot a dozen times in a battle and walk it off. And it's explicitly because gunpowder weapons are actually really rare, and the energy weapons everyone's running around with are legitimately weaker. And it's more like it will just hurt like getting punched would be, but in a localized area. Also, I like how the person leading this invasion is just a guy with a generic model named Leader, and the woman with the portrait isn't even an important character. Oh my god, that expression. That expression with it, like... I know I could just screenshot my own VODs later, but sometimes I just need better access to a reaction image. Oh, Shella just, like, is helping the king. Lyude just is in our party now. I see. Like, presumably he's the one using the coronet weapons that we saw before, but it looks like he just has a gun. Maybe the guns are just named after instruments. God, I can't hear Oarida without thinking Joe Arida now. I hate the internet sometimes. I have been poisoned so much. You know what? She is significantly more covered than I was expecting her to be. I'm not sure how I feel about like the color balance in her outfit, but like that mask with the amount of cleavage I was assuming she was going to have would not have been a great design choice, but I think the design is... It's questionable for different reasons than I was expecting it to be. Oh no, he just has a gun. All of his attacks are just various instruments, apparently. Okay. 2, 2, 2. And then we'll just leave that as is, because we got a bunch of 4s now. That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, chicken does not do anything against tank. Now, I was really hoping that this would use the same theme as the Giacomo fight did, because I have more viewers than I did last stream, and I need more people to experience the whiplash that is going from serious cutscene to that song. Combo. Can I combo off of taking a picture? Taunt into that and get a rematch. I honestly like the combo between, as far as like fighting style and general thematic stuff about him, I think Lyude might be my favorite party member so far. He's got a cool design as well. It's like the combination of gun and music goes really hard to me for some reason. I did not mean to use the grape there. I just realized that Lyude does not have wings. Huh. I might just be stupid and forgetting that, like, it's a thing that Imperials don't have wings, but I'm also still kind of trying to figure out what Gabari's wings are supposed to be. Like, I would assume because he's a fisherman, there's some kind of sea creature. Like, they remind me of, like, seahorse tendrils or something like that. But he, like, clearly has some sort of importance to the kingdom that hasn't been mentioned yet. But, like, he could just be, like, some kind of made-up water dragon thing or something. Meanwhile, Kalos is just like, yes, it is, I only have one wing. But that one wing is very clearly a crow or raven wing, because guess what my name is a reference to? Alright, I mean, this is going to do next to no damage because I'm comboing dark and light, but... Now, the deluxe sweet drink is like an in-universe thing. Like it's a fantasy creation. So, ooh, actually I can combo into Dragon Uppercut backwards. There we go. So I wonder if, because like it's not a real thing like a fruit, if it won't spoil it, it'll take longer to go that way. Yeah, there we go. It's weak to water. Okay. Ooh, that's unfortunate. It does not say how much it heals. Unfortunately, like that's one thing that I do wish you could do. Like, if you could see what the defensive values of things were on an attacking turn. Just because, I could make sure to check, like, okay, this thing has the least defense, and so I could pitch that one instead of having to try and remember. 7, 8. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that, because... Oh, that was a bug! Okay. That wasn't crazy. It's supposed to do that. This has already been patched at least once, so I would not be surprised if they fixed the bug about, like, the bug I discovered with the poison condition, and that relatively quickly. That was... I meant to use the actual shield. If it's weak to water, it's probably using fire, which means the fire shield is probably not going to be doing a whole lot for me, yeah. Let's see. Don't think I'll be able to do anything fancy here, so we'll just whack him. Oh, thankfully I do still have Ice Dagger. It was only the fire swords that went away. All my stuff is combo based. There we go. That was a lot of defense. I still took a lot of damage there. It was a good thing it was on my tankiest character. Oh my god, dude. Bro, you gotta draw something that I can use to start a combo with. I'm also not really, like, I don't get why they gave him escape there, and I also am not particularly a big fan of, like, everyone starting with a useless taunt card in their deck. I have to say, Dragon Uppercut looks way cooler than it should be for not being a particularly damaging one of his finishers. Alright, I probably shouldn't have ate that. And I mitigated all the fire, but he is not as Hallelujah. We did it. Can I actually set something up with that? Because that's a finisher. 5, 5, 6, 10. Okay. Well. Combo extending Rooster. Actually, I've not played any Baldur's Gate 3. I've been meaning to, like, get into a new actual D&D campaign soon. Been a hot minute since I've done any tabletop stuff. Baldur's Gate is another one of those games which is like, I know I would enjoy this, but I have so many other things that are also going to be way shorter that I should probably get through first. And like, that type of backlog I've had going since Elden Ring, so I don't think I'm getting around to it anytime soon, unfortunately. See, I've been trying to pitch D&D to a friend who has like always wanted to do it, and I'm trying to also get them to DM maybe. as here, you can do something set in your OC world, but because other people are the player characters, you don't have to tell us about your OCs yet. So you can work on world building and storytelling in your world. But without having to spill the beans on the OCs if you're not comfortable with that. And I said I don't remember if I said anything about this on stream or in a video at any point before, but the last campaign I was in, we were like really struggling to reach the end on time before people got busy, and it ended literally the second to last session, or what would have been the second to last session, because a few characters, like the party got split. A few, like all the magic users left the city that we were staying in to go like do something with a wizard or whatever nearby, and the one, like the only actual, it wasn't D&D, but the only actual person who would have been good aligned was still in the city, just like kind of helping around with stuff. So as one does, we accidentally freed a demon that immediately booked it to the city. So we immediately got in like a carriage and we're going back to try and, like, you know, I don't think anyone actually wanted to save the city. We were just trying to save like the other party member. But so the ritual we did that accidentally summoned the demon also wiped out everyone's magic except like 1 MP of mine. So we were just booking it back there. None of us could use any magic. The other party member basically soloed the entire final boss, almost down to its last legs. Then the last session ended with us getting there, me jumping out of the carriage, and then using like my last magic point on the cool fire sword spell I had just picked up, and that's where the campaign ended. I was so upset. This I can do 4, 5, 4, 5. That's not the that's not the thing I was trying to do. That's not going to give me any bonus, but it'll work. We will do the damage. Oh, that was just the win. Neat. Never mind. It was actually like agonizing over whether I could make a straight with that combo, and it was absolutely not necessary. Alright, actually, I kind of... She used a gun before. Are those gun tonfas? Or are those also just the hand controls for her boots? Because, like... if she has the cool rocket boots, and she can also control them using tonfas that are also guns. It's actually a really cool fighting style. Did not expect to actually like that character. See, and reward-wise, we got another Collis accessory, and... Shadow Cornet. I'd like to point out the generic character named Leader did absolutely nothing there.
竜ド。
Alright, like... Looks very Zohar-y. Even though I know it's just the throne.
ここに。お前の帰るべき場所を祖国を失わせてしまったな。いえ、自分の意志でしたこと、どうか気になさらずに。それよりも私の方こそ彼らの行いに対し深く謝らなくては。どうしてこのような暴挙が実行に移されてしまったのか。お前が本国のやり方にまで責任を感じねばならぬ理由はない。
This, like, the king is actually just, like, a really chill dude. Like, he is, unironically, what if Krellian was actually a good person?
気にするな。ギバリ、久しぶりだな。
Okay. Dude, do we get to find out what the connection is? Or
お前も良いところへ戻ってくれた。
are they just gonna keep teasing this?
そちらはお前の友人か。危ないところを助けてもらった。礼を言うぞ。
もったいなきお言葉。せめてもっと早く駆けつけることができれば。
レイドカーンを一つお聞きしたいことがあるのですが。
This might not be a good time to try and ask him. Like, are we sure he's not bleeding out?
急を要する話なの
He
で。
has been shot twice.
私に分かることであれば喜んで答えよう。
何か古くから王家に伝わる言い伝え、禁忌のようなものはございませんか？おそらくは古の神々にまつわる話ではないかと。
どうしてそれを。
All of this is
今ここで詳しく説明している
definitely not a Xeno game. We're potentially trying to free the old gods. And help fight Satan or whatever.
真の狙いはおそらくそれかと。
何？それは本当か？
Oh, it's kind of funny. They were on the nose enough to have the bad guy in this game literally just have his name start with Mal. Meanwhile, it took the localization to do that for Xenoblade 2. Although, actually, I'm pretty sure Malos's name does just mean bad in Japanese.
風の祠にそれは眠る。誰も触れてはならぬ。目覚めさせてはならぬ。決して。遥か古に葬り去られ。
Oh, okay, never mind. I was wrong. The gods are cursed. This is a Xeno game.
神々よ。我が一族に代々伝わる伝承だ。当主は祠を守り通し、次の代の者へ無事に渡さねばならぬ。それが我が一族の決まりなのだ。しかし、それもとうの昔に形骸化し、祠も今ではもうほとんど顧みられることはなくなっている。その伝承がまさか真実であったというのか。
はい、間違いなく。
Again, the man has just been shot. This is not an appropriate time to tell him that we may have accidentally released the devil.
同じようにサダルスードにも古い遺跡があり、そこに封印されていた輝くマグナスがすでにゲルドブレイムの手に。
封印されたマグナス、ゲルドブレイムがそれとなると、のんびりしてはいられぬということか。騎士たちにはここを死守してもらわねばならない。ギバリ。
Now, will the other three ever just actually question why he is on such friendly terms with everyone in this castle, including the king?
もし帝国の狙いが祠に祀られているものであるなら、何としても奴らの手に渡すわけにはいかん。
承知しました。
私も行きます。
助かるぜ、シラ。
Everyone turns to face Kalos because they know that he needs to be persuaded.
わかった。俺も行けばいいんだろう。
I like how even Lyude knows that that's what needs to happen right off the bat.
行くだろう。
I don't think I have a choice but to go.
ええ。お願いね。
Like, I think I'm, like, kind of hardwired to the guy that you're forcing to come. So, I'm just a given.
私も同行したいのですが、構いませんか？ここでじっとしてるのは。
ああ、ありがたい。こっちも戦力は一人でも多い方が助かる。どうやら今度の件じゃ何が起こるか分かりゃしねえみてえだからな。
そこの右の柱の裏に隠し扉がある。
わかりました。ここらを調べてすぐ戻ります。
Okay, now could you please stop the bleeding? You didn't even put any pressure on either of the bullet wounds yet. I think I'm about to go into shock. Like, I at least figured the reason Shella went towards him and didn't take part in that boss fight was because she was gonna do first aid on him, but he's just like... He's still just lying there in the middle. He's in water. That, like, I don't, like, I know it's in the throne room, but, like, we're all standing in the same water that's going right next to his wounded body. He's going to get infected. Oh, I can't even sit on the throne. Alright, let's... I think I'm about to wrap things up, but I am going to see what stuff I've gained here, and... mess around with that stuff first. Also, I'm gonna assume I don't need 2 copies of the Royal Crest. I'm gonna assume I don't need 1 copy of the Royal Crest anymore. But let's see. I think I got 1 constellation, so that might not be enough for a reward, but might as well plug it in. Arena. That is... Yeah, I think these 3 over here are the ones that are based on the boat. I know there's like a bow, a stern, I think a compass constellation. Okay, yeah. Karina is the keel, Puppis is the stern, and Vela is the sails. There's also a compass constellation nearby, and I think the telescope is relatively close to it. So there's a lot of nautical-based things near there. Let's see. Did Shella even get experience from that fight? Looks like she did. What I think I'm going to do here is just level everyone to the max I can get them now. Then not level anyone up until the end of a stream session. Unless it's a short one, I guess. Unless I actually am getting stuck and think I need to be leveled up. Try that. Everyone's level 3. Lyude spawns in at 3. And... did I check your equipment? Yeah, this is just... it is just more defense. Does not come with, like, attack and agility bonuses, which is interesting. I think it doesn't. Yeah. So, I would imagine, like most games, ignoring defense and going aggro is the most high-level way to play in the end. But we're not going to worry about that for now. The second accessor there, that's going to haunt me for ages. Actually, let's check Lyude's deck. Let's get the useless things out of there. Don't need that. Probably don't need a third camera. We'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of the taunt. And we have, like, nothing on the offense side that we can use besides the one Shadow Coronet, so... let's see. Alright. So, this might get screwed up if we use it with water, which is kind of the antithesis to the Flower Bud, which we'll see how that happens. Apparently that, like, only works after aging. But let's see, he's got a lot of dark, so I think we can give him Dark Aura. And then... oh, I think I must have missed one of the auras, because I got 5. Or no, I did get all of them. I think there were 6 night fights, and I just got all the auras. And sure, he can use the jacket. He could take a jacket. Yeah, I knew they were defense only. I didn't know they stopped the enemy combo. I knew it was required for it to be a me combo thing. Like, I think... like, it has to be used after... yeah. Like, it needs to be after dark, but he's also already got the shadow suit. So I think he's in a good place to... actually, put the jacket. Take the clock shield back. Level 1 darkness-based block against an enemy attack. The previous Magnus must be darkness-based for it to be available. Okay. So, like, it can only be comboed into from either the Shadow Suit or if I want to burn one of the Shadow Coronets on it. But it still works, and it allegedly grows in power over time, so we'll see how that does. But that is going to be a next time thing, because I am getting a little sleepy, I guess. I don't know. Didn't really have a epic conclusion to that sentence there, unfortunately. Not sure when the next stream is going to be, largely because I'm going to be working on a video over the weekend, and I'm going to be busy Sunday night. Then Tuesday is an FF14 patch, and I might, like, be up in the middle of the night for that when it drops, so probably doing something on Friday as well. So Wednesday or Thursday, most likely. But in between now and then, I am going to upload a video where I outright say that I am doing this thing in the beginning of it. So hopefully, maybe everyone will have more people joining them in chat next time. I'll try to remember to get both VODs up before then so everyone can catch up. And yeah, look forward to a video spawned by just a tweet I saw the other day. Because it led me down a whole new rabbit hole of, oh my god, they need to stop having stupid amounts of symbolism in Xenoblade 3. And look away. You can, or just leave the stream now, I guess, if you don't want Xenoblade 3 spoilers, because we don't even need the translation for this. Because, like, saw someone point that out, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of stuff to talk about there. So, look forward to a discussion on that soon. And see you either then or next stream.